willing to join and participate, very welcome. And a very special welcome to Justin Dunn. Welcome, Justin.
Hello.
It's so awesome to have you here. And let me tell you a little bit about Justin. Well, he is our English hero. He is amazing, lots of different interests. He is, he's helping lots of businesses moving forward. He loves Disney, or he used to love Disney. He's a cat lover. He, and most of all, he's a cheerleader of many and many people. He really knows how to help other people to move forward. So welcome, Justin.
Thank you very much. I'm honored.
Oh, yes. And I really need to mention this. You are, and this is very interesting for many of our viewers, you are very confident, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm pretty
Yeah, I know so.
most of the time.
And I also know that, the way you introduced yourself, and how you present yourself, it shows your confidence. So I would really love to ask you to tell a little bit more about yourself and to let our viewers hear, and feel your confidence.
No pressure or anything.
Nah.
Just
Oh,
done.
and just before you move on, let's tell our viewers. Normally, Ami is here to translate, and today she was very busy. She couldn't make it. So, Ami, wherever you are, we love you. And for all our viewers, and next week Ami is on again. So awesome.
What language
Yeah,
does she normally translate into?
Albanian.
Albanian.
Yeah.
Albanian. I know 6 languages, but that is not one of them.
Wow. So, and Justin, can you move a little bit to that others? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. Now we
Oh, I
can
said
see
it
you.
that way, and you don't like it.
So, yeah, no pressure at all of introducing yourself. No, we just love it. So, can you introduce yourself a little bit more? Tell us who you are, what you're doing.
Certainly. So, how much time do I have? No, I'm just kidding.
Lots.
Take about 20 minutes then. No, I'm just kidding. So, my name is Justin Dunn, and I was born in France, raised in the USA, and I currently reside in the United Kingdom in Nottingham, England, in the Robin Hood. I was born about 4 decades ago to a bunch of parents who, well, let's just put it this way, I'm not sure they ever did love each other, so I didn't have such a great example growing up of people who loved each other. That is perhaps why I always got along a lot better with older people. People of the older generation, people used to say, he's 6, going on 60. But that is a blessing in disguise because my grandparents on my mother's side were the opposite. They were an example of a perfect fairy tale romance. They met actually on the back of a van on the way to be exterminated in camps during World War II. My
Oh,
grandfather was
right.
and my grandmother was 14. And somehow my grandfather Jacob convinced the Nazi soldier to let them escape. And so they fled through the Alps, settled in France, where my grandfather started cleaning public toilets. But he finished his career as a multi-millionaire businessman in real estate, property development, as well as shoes, both manufacturing, distribution, import, and export. My grandmother Adele supported him his entire life. He called her his jewelry store, La Bijouterie in French, and referred to my mother and her sister as his bijoux, his jewels. So I had a perfect example of a relationship in them, but I also learned a lot about business. Uh, that said, my grandmother Leah on my father's side never told me that anything could not be done. She was always supportive. That is perhaps because her
Wow.
brother was a famous singer-songwriter, and her other brother
Mm-hmm.
was a famous actor of all time in Israel. In fact, the Oscars in Israel are named after him, the Ophirs.
Mm.
Yeah. So she always believed in me and told me I could do absolutely anything that I set my mind to.
Yeah.
So I then moved on, and I attended a special school for the gifted and talented, the Roper School. Now I say that because my greatest experience there was in high school, where I gave the Science Award at the Golden Apple Awards on WDIV, PBS, no, sorry, NBC, yes, WDIV, the NBC affiliate Channel 4 in Detroit. And I had to follow Maya Angelou on stage while presenting the Science Award, and following me was Rosa Parks. So I had wonderful conversations and learned an incredible amount about diversity and inclusion and inclusivity, and it was the highlight of those years. But I also learned about humanism and how important it is to treat people as very individual people. We'll come back to that in a minute. My grandfather
Wow.
taught me a lot about business from day one because I used to love working every summer in the store, the shoe store in Paris. My uncle also worked there and taught me everything he knew about customer services, which later stood me in good stead when I worked for Disneyland in California and in Paris because I was able to improve and take things to the next level, learning the lessons from my uncle Jacques. I played the piano from the age of 7. Now that opened up for me the whole world of music and artistry and creativity and creation. I know we're here with the Best Life Creation Society. Creation
Mm-hmm.
can come in many forms. You can create a beautiful life. You can create art. But I learned to play the piano and play piano of organizations and learn about harmonies, both for and also horizontally or lateral thinking in other areas. Also along the way, trained to second degree black belt in karate with Grandmaster Willie Adams in Southfield, Michigan, as well as other notable senseis. I went to Northwestern University, where I studied communications and graduated with a bachelor's degree. And then I moved to Hollywood, where for 10 years I worked at the movie business. And you can check out my credits. I'm still a member of the Screen Actors Guild. I've got my card. It's somewhere on the side of
Wow.
me. But it was a great experience. When it was no longer fun, I went to
Mm-hmm.
work for one of my contacts as his managing director, or whatever you call it. He just called me a consigliere, which is Italian for consultant, I'll have you know. And I ran the holding company, which included a working household, a nightclub in Vegas called Carrave with a K, and a production company no longer extant called Cornerstone Pictures. So that was a great experience. When he retired, because he is quite old,
Mm-hmm.
um, I went to go work for Disneyland in California, and then I transferred to Disneyland Paris, and then I went to work for Prince Charles in the Prince's Trust. All along the way, I took all of those lessons, which I alluded to earlier, from my family with me, improving. But I also brought humanism, fairness, and prosperity, which is my dream, to bring that to the working world. Because we are not resources, human resources,
Mm-hmm.
utilized, used, and exploited. We are all very individual people. So humanism is the fundamental lesson I learned from the Roper School, which I mentioned earlier. Fairness, because consistency isn't the real word we like to talk about in business, although they love it. Consistency is unfair, because if you're in a wheelchair, and I'm not, and it takes you 15 minutes to go to your 30-minute lunch break, but it takes me 2, if you're late and you go into a disciplinary, that's not fair, because you have other issues. Anybody will tell you the right thing to do. Easy. Just cut him some slack. So
That
fairness is not
is actually wow.
because many people in business think humanism, fairness, prosperity are not compatible. But over the last 30 years, I have shown and demonstrated and proven that they are perfectly compatible indeed. So that's who I am. That's what I stand for.
Yay, yay, yay. Oh, and Justin, can you turn down your volume? Oh yeah, now it's perfect. I was hearing an echo. But that is mind-blowing what you can say in a few minutes. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. And so many different subjects we can talk about, actually, from your grandparents, your whole history until now. It is awesome. And you're actually, what you're telling, it's so beautiful because it feels like everything is building on top of everything, on top of, what was there before. And I really love that. So thank you so much for sharing. And, this awesome summary, let's move to the present moment. What are you doing right now for fun and beauty for this world?
Well, for fun and beauty of this world, I do what it is that I do because everything is fun. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, everything is fun, really. Hobbies, I don't really have any. I love what I do. What I do is I help people. I help businesses mainly to
Mm-hmm.
find any performance and productivity issues that are blocking achievement. We then look at designing the ultimate strategic plan for your business.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the greatest plan. You know what's wrong, but you can't sit on your behind the whole day. It does no good. So deploying your talents to work for you is the essential third step. You get consistently and continuously to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks, nothing falls through the holes in the net, and it is complete. I can show how to design the strategy in 5 simple steps.
Wow.
7 really secrets to make sure nothing slips through the net. That's what I'm currently doing, and it's a lot of fun. I'm writing a book about it, and I'm also about to release sometime in 2019, I don't know when yet, information product to the market about cats, my other passion.
Yes, I know. But first, so you're helping business owners, right? And do they have to live in England or are you helping them all over the globe?
That is a great question. They can be anywhere on planet Earth. I happen to have the blessing of being able to travel everywhere easily because I have 3 passports. I have a United States passport. I have
Wow.
a United Kingdom British Commonwealth passport, which gets me into, I forget, 20 to 50 countries. And I have a European Union French passport. I'm a citizen of all 3 countries. So not only do I travel easy, but even if we don't want to travel, we can do this. We can use Skype, we can use Zoom, we can do anything. It is preferable face to face because you can click online from place to place. It never replaces face to face, but we don't have to. So people can be anywhere in the world. And like I said, I also speak 6 languages. I don't have to just do this in English.
Wow. Lots of opportunities for people, business owners to contact you. So what? So you mentioned it before. You speak English, French, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Which other languages?
German,
Spanish?
Spanish, and
Oh,
Hebrew.
German?
German, Italian, Spanish, and Hebrew.
Wow. And do you have a preference?
Huh?
Do you have a preference which language you prefer?
English.
Yeah. Beautiful. That is so awesome. And so you're writing a book right now. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
I told you the values that I stand for:
Yeah.
humanism, fairness, and remember the other one? Prosperity.
Yay!
Because they are not mutually exclusive. Humanism, fairness, and prosperity. So the book is called To Lead Us to Teach: Significance, Impact, and Contribution. And so I am sharing my ideas, but I'm augmenting each of my chapters with interviews. And it's interactive multimedia. There'll be a barcode you can click, watch the interview, or an excerpt of it, about 2 minutes.
Wow.
And the point of that is you can see the person. But here's the interesting thing. All of the people that I'm interviewing have achieved significance, impact, and contribution. Some of them are quite well-known people. Some of you might be consuming their products, maybe on a daily basis. Others you may have never heard of, but they have revolutionized entire industries such as rail or airways. Others, it's a family business around the corner for me, but they're doing very well. And they all have one thing in common, and that is the title of the book, To Lead is to Teach. So whether it's the aggressive, hardworking businessman in Birmingham, UK, or the ambassador who leads teams for the Department of State in the United States of America, Heather Thompson, they all believe in that. That's the one thing they have in common. And the other lovely thing is about half of them are women. They represent all different races. The book also represents and upholds my values of diversity and inclusion. An inclusive book, but it also aligns with the values. Now, someone asked me today, actually, at a business event, are they going to be sharing secrets? Well, of course they are. The whole point of the book is that they're going to be transferring some of their knowledge to the people reading the book. And I am hoping that it reaches a lot of people and it has a significant impact and contribution.
Yes.
Now, you know the saying, shoot to the moon, and if you miss, at least you'll be among the stars. I'm hoping it's another chicken soup for the soul. But even if not, it'll at least be cool. So that's the book, that's the idea. I'm working on it now. I'm roughly about halfway through, so there's still some ahead of hard work, but it's fun.
Wow, that is amazing. And in the meantime, I also see lots of comments from our viewers. I see Jen, Sue, Espen. Jen says everything is fun, brilliant.
I remember meeting Espen in Minneapolis, sharing a room with him and his friend. What a wonderful human being.
Oh, yes.
Espen is, with an incredible amount of positive energy and influence. I also see Sue Adams, an incredible
yes
woman, both in Minneapolis and in Amsterdam. Actually, it was Amsterdam that I shared a room with Espen. Well, I can't remember now.
No, Minneapolis. I know.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
It was a fantastic. So I see Sue Adams there, who I know very well.
Yeah.
Had some wonderful moments together, especially in Amsterdam. And she's another remarkable cheerleader and woman. And of course, something has to be said for Jen, because Jen has her chat. One, I can even spell it, my friends. I can spell it any time of the day. But here's the thing with Jen. You will never find a better cheerleader, supporter, or someone to have your back, lift you up anytime you need it.
Oh, yes.
It's been a little grim for me. There's been times where I've dealt with, like anybody else, ups and downs and some challenges. Jen?
Yeah.
Just with her remarkable beingness, her remarkable energy, and a message or a text from Jen, it will light up your entire day, even if you've been feeling like, I don't know, SHIT?
Oh, yes, Justin, and I so agree.
And that is also why she is one of the people, one of those leaders, those people who have created significance, impact, and contribution. And that's why Jen Patrick is one of those people in the book.
Yoo-hoo-hoo! That is awesome. Yes, and Justin, I know that so many people agree with you about Jen, and it's so wonderful that she's that you interviewed her, and so true. She is a very impactful leader, so loving, such a cheerleader, and awesome. Well, and I you can also see the comments. I think, like Dave says, such a powerful light. You shine so brightly, Justin. Thank you, Dave. So true. And as Sue also mentioned, she can't wait to read your book. She loves it.
Make sure you get a copy.
That is so awesome. And you actually, so you mentioned already something about Jen and her impact. And I know that you are involved with Best Life. Can you explain a little bit to our viewers what is what did you get out of it? Why is it important to you? You are very successful. Why is it important to you to be part of a society called Best Life Creation Society?
Well, it's an interesting question because there are lots and lots and lots of opportunities to be involved with lots and lots and lots of different things all over the world. So, for example, I'm involved with the Round Table here in the UK. It's a little bit like the Rotary Club in the USA. It's also international. It's a bit smaller, but we do community work. We get together, we have fun, and all of that. I'm also involved with the Masons. Some of you might like that, some of you might not like to hear that, but let me tell you that some of the rumors are true, and some of them are not.
Yeah.
We believe that we are a force for good in this world, ultimately. But we are all free to believe as we choose, both politically and in our religions. So I don't necessarily agree with some of the other Masons and their political or religious choices, but that doesn't matter. We're human beings nonetheless. You can choose to be involved in a lot of different things. And there's the old saying, you're worth or rich or whatever it is. I've heard many versions of it as your the average of your 5 best friends. So you need to know who are those 5 best friends. So I count several people among that. I mean, obviously, Mom is in there, Jen is in there, because we want to be uplifted constantly. You don't want to be taken down. You need to cut that out. No, the way I look at Best Life, to be honest, and I'm not super active in the forums or on these calls or anything. I used to be a lot more, but I'm out in the real world applying everything. And so hopefully that's what other people do. But it's important to maintain that kind of connection to people with that kind of upwards energy, upwards motion, because that aligns with whoever you are. It doesn't matter who you are. If it's going up, sometimes if it's not going up and it doesn't align with who you really are, let's say, I don't know, you want a Rolls Royce, but your DNA just ain't aligned with being a business person or owning your own business, starting a company. It's just not in your DNA. Well, that's a mismatch. It's never going to happen, unfortunately. But what always aligns with who you are is upwards motion, always. The Best Life is that kind of crowd. It's that kind of crowd of people who are going up. All different directions, because we're all very individual people, VIPs. It's all different directions. But that's why I maintain a connection. You guys. Because it's very, very important to me to have that present in there. I saw a comment out there to Michelle Schaefer. There's another incredible, fantastic human being.
Yeah.
I can't possibly see them all. They just kind of fly, on my screen at least, they fly.
Yeah, they are coming by. They're passing by, right?
Shout out to Michelle Schaefer. But the point, I guess, here is there are a lot of fantastic human beings involved with the Best Life Creation Society. And so that's fine. Why do you maintain a connection? And you, Tineke, are one of those people who's an incredible leader in your own right, in your own field, who has achieved an incredible amount in your life already, and who is on an upward spiral, getting better and better today.
I love it.
You sound better today when I saw you last time. And so I think very obvious to everyone if you are on an upward spiral. It's not like,
That is
to give you an
awesome.
example, there's a friend of mine who, when I was still living in LA, I hadn't seen since university.
Mm-hmm.
I probably hadn't seen him in 10 years. And there he was at an event. And he said, "Wow, Justin, you look great." And I had no idea what to say because he looked like crap.
Mm.
He gained a lot of weight. He looked old, well beyond his years. I didn't know what to say, how to answer that, because I was honestly stumped. I couldn't possibly lie and give him a compliment when that would be lying. It's very strange. So I don't BS about these things. He was
Mm-hmm.
not on an upward spiral. He was
Yeah.
not going up in the world, and that's why we maintain a connection to people like this, and people like you, Tineke. You're on an upward spiral. I can look in your eyes right now, and I don't
Yeah.
think in my head she looks like shit. I think she looks
Awesome.
fantastic. She looks younger, better than when I last saw her. And that is true of most, not all, but most people in the Best Life Creation Society. It is definitely true.
So true.
Everybody needs to look young and chase youth and all that. You know, we get wrinkled, we get older. That's fine. My friend Eric is 86. He doesn't look like he's 30. But it's the energy that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that vitality and energy. And that will never go away.
Wow. You explained it very beautifully. So awesome. So beautiful. And it is so fun because I before we started, I said, I haven't spoken to you for quite a long time, but yeah. And it's so true, just what you say. You shine, really. It is amazing. And well, I'm very happy, and I'm also very happy for our viewers that we can hear you, feel you. It's like uh, Dave mentioned in some comments before that he also feels your enthusiasm and your excitement and your zest for life, and that shows. Yeah. Yes, this is a comment, Dave. Dave is so perfect in uploading all these beautiful comments.
Dave and I have a
Yeah.
lot more in common than he may realize at first. And he may not realize that I know a lot more than he thinks I do. Or he may know it all. And it doesn't matter. Dave, much love to you.
So
We got
awesome.
here from Christopher McDonald. There's another phenomenal human being right there, Chris. Christopher from New Zealand. He's
Yes,
a
from New Zealand.
very genuine, heartfelt young man who has been
Awesome.
surprisingly incredibly helpful to me personally, who has gotten me through a lot of exercises, tests, and things in other organizations, and he made all the difference. I probably would not have made it through some of these things without Christopher. So I don't know if he's listening or if he just hit like, but Christopher, hello.
That is so beautiful. Yes. So, Justin, let's wrap this up with some, you know, with some cat stories because I know that you have well, the love of your life, a few loves of your life. It's a lot of human beings, but also cats. Um,
This is true, Tineke. So a very incredible human being is also in the book, and I'll let you guys read it.
awesome.
Receive the energy and enlightenment from Barry Tidings himself. And Barry observed that are my cats my creation, my connection to source and the
Mm.
energetic realm. True. My Emily and my Charlotte indeed are, for whatever reason that is. So I invest an incredible amount of energy, time, and money into my cats,
Hmm.
and I decided that it's time to monetize them. What I'm doing is
Wow.
I'm preparing an information product, which I'm going to release to the market sometime in 2019. where I will be showing you how to pick, pamper, and protect your practically perfect pussycat for a lifetime of unconditional love. And that's because for the last 30 to 40 years of
Yeah.
experience and research, including my dad who grew up with cats, I can show you how to pick the practically perfect pussycat for you. And then I can show you and teach you how to pamper your pet so that you imprint on each other. Now, I pitched this at a business event once, and a girl raised her hand and she said, "Doesn't this apply to relationships too?" So I had to tell her, look, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm a cat expert, but I think you're right because I've read in the books that if you neglect each other and take each other for granted, if you don't create a relationship every single day, it eventually goes away. So I think you're right. That you find the perfect cat and you'll love each other and then it dies in 2 years does nobody any good. So the third step is essential, how to protect your cat properly for that lifetime of unconditional love. So I will be presenting this, teaching things like you got an old cat at home, you bring a new kit in, how do you make sure they get along? And other solutions, which I've consulted with dozens of vets in France, in the USA, in the UK, from all over the world, and can save you the 10 to 20-year learning curve from researching all the garbage on the internet to find what works. And
Yeah.
nobody will ever do what I do because I sing to my cats. I write poetry for them. I'll be happy to share with you my poems. I compose the music and perform it. I go overboard for my cats. And nobody is going to do that, and it's okay because if you do 10% of what I do, your cats will thrive. If you do everything I do, then watch out, beware, because you're a miracle. But
Awesome.
you know,
Wow.
I'm doing in 2019, and that's my cat story.
Wow. So wow. I just love that. Um, wow. Emily and Charlotte are so blessed, and you're so blessed with them. It's awesome, and I know there are more people on who are listening now who love cats and who adore cats. And
That time spent with cats is never wasted.
yes. But Justin, you have a very creative 2019. Wow. And it's just beginning.
This is only the
And
beginning. Watch out.
yeah, yes, books and awesome cat programs. It is fun, fun, fun. And I so love it because, um, well, people might not notice it directly, but it's all connected. Cats, business, everything. Relationship. It's all about relationships. It's what you say, and yeah,
Information, education, relation. Okay.
yeah.
I'm a
Wow.
blind person, that's fine. Don't buy my product because it's about cats.
Mm-hmm.
Buy my book. And who knows? Scales and have continuity. I'll find a business
Yeah.
and do how to pick, pamper, and protect your practically perfect puppy. You know, but it is all connected. And our pets, everybody knows. And
Yeah.
cats are unique because the Reiki master once told me that cats have this unique property of healers. They like to
Yeah.
sit away in areas of negative energy because they heal the negative energy. Females dissipate it, where males tend to hold it on. That's why male cats tend to have more health issues. So, from a Reiki master once who visited my home, and so cats are special in that way. Dogs have their own unique qualities. So that cats do not have. But those are the unique attributes of cats, is that healing energy that a cat has. And for me, that's super important, as is that special fur that they have, which conducts electricity like
Yeah.
no other fur, not chinchilla, rabbit, cat fur conducts electricity and static like no other fur, not even a tiger, like
Oh,
no other
really?
planet. There are unique properties. Some people
Wow.
are tuned energetically. And so
Well,
cannot do this, but some people with their thoughts make
Wow.
the cat's fur stand on end. Now that
Well,
will stretch your credulity, and you may not believe that because most people will not be able to do this. But some people, with their thoughts, can make a cat's fur stand on end. But you can't do that with dog or other animal. Just the cat because it conducts electricity in a special way.
I will look
I will
at my
overtake you
cat
now.
in a totally different way now.
But don't get that cat before you consult with me
Oh,
how
but
to pick the practically perfect pussy cat for you, Esther.
oh, that is well, actually, my cat picked me. That's also possible.
So, Tineke, you have just given away the $1 million secret.
Oh, really?
But there's more to it than that, so it's worth getting it because
Yeah.
what signals do you look for that tell you that the cat picked you? There are many different ones, and so what I will be showing people is not just that number one, you let the cat pick you, but number two, what cues and signals tell you and communicate to you that that cat has picked you. Because
Yeah.
when Willie picked my father, very different signal to when Emily picked me, or Charlotte picked me,
Mm.
or Lola picked my mother. Very different cues and very different signals that those cats gave to those humans.
Yeah.
So, what do you look for? I'll show you some of them. I'll show you all of them. But I am a little bit of a cat whisperer. They call me the catalyst. Get it?
Oh,
The other
you
title
are.
you have conferred upon me is Director of Inspiration.
Yeah. Well, and Justin, you are so inspiring and um, also so amazing with words. You have a very beautiful way of expressing yourself, and it, uh, I think let's tell our viewers, listen to this one more time, and you hear more golden nuggets. You know, it's so amazing because um, what Justin has shared with us in this short amount of time, wow. Um, well, that is actually a lot. And oh, I see Sue's comment. In the meantime, it's so fun. Thank you so much, Sue. Um, yeah, and
Everybody appreciates my humor.
yeah, yeah, and and also Jen. Oh, now Sue is go. She has her yes express himself perfectly. Purring. Oh, Sue, so fun.
Reduce the cortisol levels and heart rate of a human. Cats purr is unique in that way.
Yeah. Well, Justin, it has been such a pleasure to have you here. And if it's okay with you, we love to invite you more often because you are amazing. And we love to hear about the progress of your book and, the cat program, etc., etc. 2019 of an amazing year, creative, abundant, and you are such a blessing for all of us. Thank you so much for your presence here and for everything you shared with us.
Well, to all of you, I am honored and grateful to be here. And my love for you all.
Awesome. Have a great day and a